Have you ever felt like you are waiting for this moment when you finally achieve your goal, and eventually when you did, instead of happiness, instead of sense of achievement, sense of fulfillment, you felt actually loss, emptiness, nothingness, like something important is missing? Or maybe you felt like it's not enough. I need another goal. I need to achieve more, but it's never enough because there is always that emptiness. There's always something else that you should do, you have to do. And maybe this time it will be enough. My name is Piotr and this is Sensitive Depth. Today I would like to talk about the drive system based on compassion focused therapy. Drive system is one of main three systems that every single one of us has. And we really need our drive system. It helps us to grow, to move on, to achieve something, to live according to our values, our needs, and the life that we want to have. But unfortunately, there might be some problems. There might be some unhealthy patterns, unhealthy habits according to drive system. And one of unhealthy patterns of drive system might feel like you cannot really feel that achievement itself. You really focus on the goal. It might be, for example, getting specific job, having specific relationship, getting married, build a house, have a family, finish specific course, running marathon, gym, exercises, sport. There might be so many of them. And you spend so much energy, you put so much effort to achieve that goal. Sometimes it might take several years, a lot of money, a lot of friendships, a lot of family connections just to achieve this goal. But eventually when it happens, when you are close, when you feel like finally after that I can get rest, finally I will be proud of myself, finally I will be happy. And the moment when you achieve this goal, you don't feel happy. You feel actually sad. You feel like empty inside. You realize, okay, I achieved that. Put so much energy. I did so much to achieve that goal that I was dreaming every single day. That I put everything all my life to be where I am right now. But what's now? Now my life is empty. Now I don't have meaning. It's done. I thought I will be happy. I thought it will be amazing, but it's not. And you are confused. Why do I feel this way? What's wrong? It shouldn't be like that. I'm supposed to be happy. I'm supposed to celebrate, but I don't feel like celebrate. I just want to be alone right now. You lost very important purpose in your life. What's next? You might find another goal, something what will give you meaning of your life again. But your question is, what if I will feel the same way? What if this is not what I'm supposed to do? Maybe this is not me. And that makes you reflect. That makes you think about your values, about your needs, about your purpose, what you truly want. Another point of that might be you just find another goal. You try to achieve it. So you do the same pattern. You just follow it. You don't reflect. You don't have time to reflect because there's another thing that you need to achieve. You need to build another business. You need to have better body. You need to do another course, another study. You need to earn more money. You need to build another house because what you just did is not enough. And eventually, when you achieve another thing, and another thing, the reflection comes and you notice that you spent almost all your life being focused on the goal, on the achievement, but you weren't happy. You didn't have time for happiness. You didn't enjoy your life because there was always training that you needed to do, because there was always meeting that you need to attend, because there was always opportunity to earn more money. And you start to realize you actually don't feel happy at all. And you are tired of searching for another achievement, another goal, blindly thinking that another one will make you happy. but there is still that emptiness in you that you try to make it silent. Don't listen to it, don't feel it, because when you will achieve another thing, the emptiness will disappear. You will feel something powerful, but it never happens. And at the same time, you always compare yourself. They could achieve this. They are better than me. They're not gonna be better. I will show them. I will prove them. So you're not trying to even achieve something for yourself. You're trying to achieve something for someone, just to prove that you are good enough, that you can do it, that nothing will stop you, that you are better than them, that maybe then they will respect you, they will see you, they will accept you. So it's always constant comparison with other people, because deep inside you don't feel actually enough. They are always better. So you need to work 2 times, triple time more, achieve much more than others to be at least on the same level like them. But it never happens. Somehow it never happens, because you think, yes, I actually achieved that, but I don't feel it. I still feel like they are better than me, and it just everything was easier for them. But there might be also another scenario. You might actually achieve a goal and be happy, feel that fulfillment, being proud of what you did, knowing how much effort you put into that. This is your moment of glory, your moment of celebration, of happiness and excitement, because you know there is always something more, and it's not something what you have to do, it's something what you just want to do, because it wasn't necessarily about the goal, it was about the journey, it was about every single day doing what you like, doing what you love. The goal was just an extra cherry on top, and you have that feeling inside, I'm becoming more, I know more, I have more knowledge, I have more experience, I grow as a human being and as a person. And at the same time, I want to share that with others. I want to teach them what I've learned. I want to support them. So this distinction between those scenarios is very huge. And of course, the first scenarios were when the drive system didn't really work properly, not in a healthy way. But the last one, this is how the drive system works healthy. So those were examples of how drive system might work. And to better understand drive system, it's worth to look at the healthy scenario first. Because our drive system is actually the motivation for us to develop ourselves, to grow, to be happy with that growth, with that development. It's not about I'm not enough or what I have is not enough. It's just I want more because I'm curious about more. I'm happy what I have and what I achieved, but I'm so curious what's next, because there's so much more that I want to know, that I want to achieve, that I want to experience. And of course, everything actually comes to very deep level of our mind, because we talk here about our needs and our values, because those are the core of drive system. So the values and needs are very important, but we also need to notice the values and needs, where they coming from, because some of them are coming from our inner self. This is my need, this is my value, but some of them are coming from our past. For example, our unmet needs that might be very, very high, and they actually will motivate and operate our drive system. So I might, for example, in order to meet this unmet need from my childhood, show others that I am good enough, I am worth something. Because, for example, my parents never told me they love me. They never showed me that they loved me. So I will prove everyone and I will show everyone that I'm worth to be loved. So I will achieve this and I will achieve that. And I will be the boss. I will open many businesses. I will be a politician. I will make everyone to listen to me. I will be on the top. Because you might feel like this is exactly what I need. This will meet this unmet need. They will love me then. I will prove everyone that I'm worth to be loved. But it's blind direction, because the people that you actually want approval, that you want to hear that they love you, that you are worth to be loved, there are only people who were in the past. So you're trying to show everyone else that you are worth to be loved, but at the same time, only what you care about deep inside is what your parents will say. You do it for your parents because they didn't meet your need. And of course, with that, there might be so many complications. Because the healthy scenario of drive system is the form of self-actualization, that growth as a human being. But when there is a past involved, there might be also involved the threat system, because you don't necessarily live your life in the present because your past is in the present. Another form of unhealthy drive system might be, for example, when I was told this is worth to achieve. This is what I'm supposed to do in life. This is what my family wants me to be. And you live that, you follow that. But again, you don't follow your own values, your own needs. Because your priority is now, I want to have approval of my family. Because if I will do something different, they disapprove that. They won't agree with it. They won't support me. They won't understand me. So the question is actually, for who do you live? For who do you want to achieve those specific goals? For who you live your life the way you live? And definitely first indication is, do you actually have pleasure? Do you actually feel happy of everything what you do to achieve specific goal, to get somewhere? Or you feel totally drained? You feel like you sacrificed your life for this goal and you're actually not happy. You are tired, exhausted. You might want to even show yourself, prove it yourself. And eventually there might be also connection with threat system, because drive system and threat system, they might operate on the same motives. So for example, running away from yourself, being constantly scared of something, afraid of any form of a danger, any form of relaxation, stopping for a second. It might be dangerous for you. You might feel like it's dangerous. You might feel like, if I go on holidays, you'll do nothing. I'm worthless. I don't want to be worthless. That's why I need to do something constantly. So your drive system can operate very well with threat system. And the danger in that is, first of all, there is no happiness. There is not that sense of achievement, because it's constant run from something, somewhere what you actually don't know. You don't know where you are running. You just know that you need to run. And eventually there is no time for you to stop. There is no time for you to relax. Because when you try, you actually start to blame yourself. You start have those difficult feelings. You cannot relax because you feel so uncomfortable with not doing anything actually. Self-care? Why would I self-care? It's a waste of time. And you might not only live your life this way, but you might tell everyone else how they should live. This is the right way. Because if you feel with yourself that you cannot stop, then you won't let other people do the same. And they are so lazy. I don't want to be lazy. And they are lazy. Or it might be different. You might actually, oh, it's fine. Let them rest. They deserve rest. But you don't let yourself rest, never. Somehow you have that compassion and understanding, empathy to other people, but you know that you cannot do this. You always need to do something. So as we can see, the drive system might be very complex, especially when it's combined with threat system. But to actually separate and show it clearly, the difference, the distinction, healthy drive system operates on your own values, your own needs, not unmet needs necessarily from the past. Sometimes it can. There is no perfection in here. We are all human beings and we have our past. The difference is that if you know yourself, if you know what you need and why you need it, if you know your values, then comes that discovery. This is what makes me happy. This is what I want to achieve because it made me so fulfilled. For example, art, for example, building even another business, studying something, learning. Time doesn't exist because I'm so immersed in that, I'm so interested. It's the passion. You might even feel like it's the true calling, that this is what you were born for. This is what you want to do in your life. This is the meaning of your life. And it takes time, of course, to know yourself, to discover yourself, to question yourself, reflect on yourself. This is what is important to me, and this is why I do this. So how to actually recognize, how to actually bring that awareness, how to see what's mine, what's not mine, what's mine that is from the past, what's mine that is just mine, and this is what I want to really do. Of course, first step is the awareness, mindfulness with that, being very present, observation. What is going on with me? How do I feel? What is that sense of purpose, meaning of my life, pleasure, achievement, fulfillment? Because on those aspects operates healthy drive system. So recognize, where are you right now? Stop for a second, reflect, bring that awareness, bring that mindfulness. Another thing is bringing balance, because of drive system also can work on very high drive and very low drive. So you might have a lot of energy. You might, for example, with the threat system, right, the constant run, you might be very exhausted, but you are still running, and somehow you can run, even though you are very exhausted. But drive system might operate also on a very, very low level. So you actually don't have meaning of life. The drive system is partly turned off. So it's important to also see the difference and the balance. Where is my drive system? Do I constantly operate from drive system, or okay, now I did something. Now I deserve rest. I don't need to run. I don't need to try my best in every single moment. There is that balance that is needed. And of course, it's easy to say. It's way, way, way harder to actually apply to your life. And with the balance, how my drive system works with other systems, with threat system, and with suing system. And closing today, I will give you a few questions that maybe will help you a little more to reflect on your drive system. What is my drive system like? And this question is not necessarily to note it and write right now. This question is more to observe. Am I operating right now from my drive system, from my threat system? Why I do things that I do? What is the need behind it? And with that, there is that second question. Which part of my drive system belongs to the past? And which part of my drive system belongs to here and right now, to my inner development, physical, psychological, emotional, and so on and so on. And eventually, what are my values and needs? And of course, some values and needs might belong to both types of drive system, because also our past was for a reason. We experienced something in order to develop in specific direction. This is the self-actualization process. Our life is the way it is because we needed to learn specific things in our life. So we may say drive system might be quite easy, but there is actually a lot of depth that is really worth to reflect on. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please subscribe, give a like, and I will see you in next videos. Bye bye.